OMG! People, this is more incredible than I imagined. 60th anniversary by the looks of it. I appeared to have the whole place to myself. I could run around in the nutty. Not that I'm inclined to. There are cars that I totally have never seen in Japan. I mean, I've seen one of those, sure. There are so many cars here, I'm going to get through them in what appears to be not chronological order, which is actually a relief because it's going to mix it up a bit. Nissan, Mazda, Pathfinder, my apologies. All that's left to do is to flip the camera. I just saw something very strange. Whatever, I'll tell you all about it, and let's check it out, people. Let's go. Hey, g'day everyone, Daniel O'Grady. Welcome to another WasabiCars video. Hope you're doing well. I am sort of between Stuttgart and Munich at a place some would pronounce as Augsburg. It's the Automobil Museum Frey, and that's presumably the building. And inside is just Mazdas and Mazdas. I believe I'm going to see a Mazda Roadpacer. That would be thrilling. But from what I've seen online, some incredible cars. And anyway, let's check it out. Don't mind that slight introduction. Slight interruption. English. Oh wow. Okay, people, we have got a Mazda Shantae 1972. This would have been a one-rotor Mazda, but that didn't happen. The two-tone is incredible. People, how's the sight? How's the vision? Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling. What are you keen to see in this video? You let me know. But anyway, all the information's there in English, German and English, and then the spec. So cool. But I'm not going to spend time reading stuff out to you. Now, I think I may have seen a two-tone Shantae atop some other cars one time long ago. We got a bit of Sabi, bit of rust here, but we love it. Right-hand drive. I would love to crack some things open and such, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, we're going to just enjoy. Got to be JDM, right? JDM, they do love their rain guards. That would have been interesting. That could have been a leaded petrol sticker at a guess from Okayama, as the number plate suggests. Now, hey, is this a K car? Oops. I'll check that in a sec. However, you'll notice, even if it is a K car, that it's not yellow. And that's because 72, 360cc, okay, there you go. It would have been a K car. However, the first series of K cars did not have a yellow number plate. So the 550s and the 660s did. That is super cool. I am loving that hard painted bumpers. And, oh, that's a bit unexpected. Yeah, okay, and a little bit of a thing going on here. Okay, Carol, Mazda Carol, 4-door. Engine is in the back, and this is certainly not a K car. It certainly is a K car. Oh, there was a 600cc version as well. I'm with you, Daniel. Top speed of 85 k's an hour. We got to check out the back because we definitely need to point out that this totally looks like another car, perhaps a British car. Yeah, sure. But these are, oh my God, the Carol. Gotta love the Carol. Plenty of ventilation going on there. Absolutely very cool. And let me just check those lenses. Made in Japan. Koito. Stanley. My Carol has Stanley, but it's an AutoZone Carol, whatever. Bongo. I have not seen one of that configuration in my memory. Nissan, Mazda, Pathfinder. My apologies. At me. In fact, you can totally at me. Is this like a B360, people? Now, I totally saw this front not a minute or 2 or 5 ago, but this is indeed a front I have never seen. I've seen that one. I even saw that one. But never have I laid my eyes on this front. I was going to say something that I should probably fact check. It's incredible. 1966, 10 kilowatts of dangling fury, which is a misquote from a Goldie Hawn movie. Incredible. Now look, and the condition, can we just have a talk about the condition so far? Truly, truly incredible. Hiroshima, so fitting, of course, because of the Mazda connection. Mazda K360. People, we are going to be here for like 40, 50 minutes, 60 minutes. I have no clue. But there are so many cars to see. A Mazda Roadpacer. The freaking true unicorn, which is a Parkway bus with a rotary engine. And it's incredible, people. Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted by a bear. I'm going to need an explainer video. It's giving me Mr. Bean eyes. You know, a bit of Rowan Atkinson vibes. Do you feel it? Are you seeing it? Do you sense it? It, of course, doesn't have the couch on the roof, but that's completely unrelated. Now, we would call this, would we not, a AutoZam review, aka Mazda 121, aka the Rice Bubble, as I would have called it back in 1994. Truly incredible. Grade is GLX. Have I seen any of these in Japan? Perhaps 2, and I think I saw one with a bunch of what do you call them, options, you know, like there was the bumper with the spotties. It's just gleaming, absolutely incredible. Clearly we're not talking about factory option hubcaps. That would be, I was going to say, unacceptable, but that is incredible. And then when they went this shape, you know, there was the 121, the 323, the 626. I want to get to the 929 because that was an absolutely gorgeous car. Is there one here today? I don't know, but I did see of that era a JC Cosmo, a Eunos JC Cosmo, so that would be incredible. Anyway, R360 Coupe. Really, really incredible car, and I'm literally here all by myself. Want to be. Mazda Familia, of course an early Familia, 800 pickup, 1964, and it's Sabi spec. And again, can I just shout out to the people who let me in this place? Oh man, if my phone runs out of battery, I am gonna cry, but you're not gonna know. There'll be no video evidence of it. New South Wales, get the F out. New South Wales, an Aussie car. This is incredible. 1986, where was I? I was in grade 8, so I just started, as if you care, my first year of high school. Yeah, didn't see this on the way to school, that's for sure. Condition is spectacular, people. This is actually how we love to see it. Hello, patina. Like, this has just got so many stories to tell, and we love the rust. As said, 2-door seems to have dropped. Bare bones. Oh, we've had some repairs, or attempted repairs. It's just wild, absolutely wild. I'm almost tripping enough to see things of my imagination in the designs there. And Fukuoka, shout out to Fukuoka. Who's been to Fukuoka? Drop us a comment if you don't mind. And rusty Cosmo. Hell yeah, we love it. Cosmo, some hubcaps, and some information. Presumably that's the Frey family, who I've never met. But thank you so much for putting these cars on show so that people can bloody enjoy them. It is absolutely fantastic. We'll get to that in a moment. But isn't this a Suzuki? Nailed it. Yibba Mazda Porter Cab. These are so cool. And it's got the charismatic face, right? There's a couple of updates, but this is the one, right? absolutely incredible. Like, you know, your salad colander headlight surrounds. It's the color that we all love to see. If you know gachaping, there's a connection there. Totally very, very cool. That'd be a 360. I'm assuming is there a placard? Of course, there's 1972, 356cc, but you know what I mean. And something's not available, but I didn't see what. Bongo, as we mentioned earlier, of this configuration, have never seen. When I lived in Papua New Guinea, a neighbor had a white van, which we sometimes took through the jungle. So that was the good old days. Looks to have been retrimmed. Looks spectacular. Right-hand drive, floor shift, and inside is something fragile. I'm just philosophizing on what that could be. Now, what is the effing deal with this? I have no clue. At the end of the 60s, Mazda something, 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 and 72 Mazda Pathfinder. Let's call that a 15-1. I have never laid my eyes on this before. Was it a military thing? I could totally read military and government agencies. Was mostly bought by the police. Bad boys, bad boys. Koito. What are you gonna do? I mean, you know, certainly the lines are reminiscent of, like, I don't even need to say. That looks a bit like a thing, and that looks a bit like a thing. Certainly, that totally looks like a thing. But, you know, it's meant to be low maintenance and simple and functional. Okay, next, another Mazda. Do not mind me. Now, what's this one? A B1600. And I have very little knowledge of what you name it of this particular car. Is there a connection with what was the one they had in America with the Rotary? Is there a connection anywhere in the body with that one? I'm not sure. There totally is one of these in the Sepia collection. It's the same color. It's a Mazda Speed version. However, this body kit does not appear to be of the same make. What is the story? I hears you ask. And these are so cool. I love these. Right-hand drive, and presumably don't sit in it. Hey, that's the steering wheel I've got in my Carol. And I need to source these bloody vents, people. Can anyone 3D? I think there is someone who's producing 3D printed versions of those, but they're, well, you know, probably justifiably so, but they're just a bit expensive. Bit of a wide body. Is this the Mazda Speed kit, like the legit Mazda Speed kit? I just don't know. Are those the legit tail lights? They look a bit fancy. I have so many questions and no answers. But just what I do have is my enthusiasm and excitement, which are probably synonyms. Anyway, people, we love it. We love it. Where do we go next? I am keen to check out your 323s, your GLCs, but we'll get there in a sec. Keen, I've got a family story. I was going to say familiar. Huh? Oh, whatever. Saw a bazillion of these back in the day and saw exactly 0 in Japan. Now, this car is incredible. Look at that. 626 two-door. I definitely recall seeing these back in Australia. This spec is GT, which I get from that, which we're loving. Left-hand drive. Totally, we've got some verbiage. I don't know how to say that in English. And speaking of Familia, cannot wait to look at that either. Anyway, Familia, saw one of these when I first started doing WasabiCars videos. It was an absolute thrill. There was a little 4-door in blue, and then I did see another one, could have been red, at the Sepia collection. Now, this one is, of course, in spectacular condition, 1000 cc's. Is this not the first generation Familia? And that's a sporty steering wheel. We're loving that. Are we not? What's happening, people? New South Wales. Sorry, I was a bit slow to get. So they totally have sourced cars from Australia. I wonder if Mr. None of my business hooked up some connections. did some sourcing or repairs or preparations. That's a complete guess. And now this one here, Mazda 1500 Combi from 1971, and a shout out to when I was in, what sort of a shout out is that? I was in Papua New Guinea, some other family, they had one of these. It was white, it was a bit rough, but you know, it was sort of, you know, did the job, and the styling was so distinctive, very, very cool. The doors are opening, people. There could be some interruptions in the near future. Anyway, we'll see how we go. The phone could cool down, for sure. But Italian styling. Love it, love it, love it. Let's also check out the 818. Now, see, I never really knew the 818 because I sort of got interested in Japanese cars after coming to Japan. No, but I do know enough now to see that it's got freaking wipers. That it's a non-rotary, it shouldn't be a rotary version, right? 1.3 we'll call it. And it's a 77. And it's got the freaking, what do you call that? The check, it's not really herringbone or whatever the bloody cloth name is. It's very, very cool. Brown plastic interior. Could even be brown, yep, and then it's got the black and white inserts. Beautiful. Well, I might just, this is part one, and so much more to get to. So good. Just had a chat with staff, and they're doing their thing, which is absolutely fantastic, as they should. But super friendly staff here. Excellent. Okay, people. Now this is part two. It could be one video. I don't know. My grandma totally had one of these back in Australia. It was like a bronzy brown color, and it was an automatic. Of course, it was right-hand drive. And I tell you what, you could put your foot down. Would not matter. Was not so fast. I just have a memory of seeing her drive past with a string of cars waiting patiently behind her. But since those days, right? I mean, what a rare and exclusive and cool Mazda this has become. Two-door coupe body style. Really, really cool. And I know certainly people have put the Rotaries in these since then, and you know, absolutely cool. And there totally was an update with the front, with the face, right? What year is this one? Oh, we're never gonna know. I don't see the placard. Anyway, that was this one's the manual, 5-speed. Really, really cool. I don't know what the story is with the writing. Do you know? Danny Irvine, Aussie, oi, 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 11th May, there you go. It's got all the names, people. Damn the privacy settings on this one. Now, I need to do a total video on this generation of Familia, let's call it, 323. I might come back for some extra footage of these, because I know there's a guy in Brisbane, let's just say southeast Queensland, with a red one of these, and there's got lots of information, and I have not put a video of that up yet. It's outrageous. And the Mazda 323 Familia Cabrio, and there was like a Ford laser version of one of these. In fact, I'm sure it was near the Mazda Museum in Hiroshima, and across the road, if you know where to look, there's totally the Ford laser version, which is incredible. Let's duck around the back. In fact, we should probably duck around the back of this particular one. Rally ready, of course. And it totally says so right there with this roll cage. Rally is not a crime. There you go. And there's the cabriolet, people. Or cafe au lait, as I like to say. And there totally is one of these at the Mazda Museum itself. And I wonder if there's any other badges of interest. I don't see any. I am looking for something, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Ouch, a well-used example. Shout out to the beams. Oh, are they factory wheels? That's very cool. I like those a lot. 323, and I hear good things about the manual transmissions. Very distinctive. Totally did see, I'll say, a Sabi spec, which I don't think I made a video of, but super darn cool. There's still a few of these getting around in Japan. There's a bagazillion of them in Australia. You know what it is, like a 323 Estina, or they could have a different name, a 323F. There you go. These were super popular back in Australia. Okay, now we're talking HB Cosmo, and I did see a black one that was a GT. We had these in Australia. Let's just say that's an automatic. I'm going to punt. It's a manual. What do I know? That's an early one. I think the later ones had a single. Is that correct? Me and Benny from Benny's Custom Works, we totally saw a rad yellow one. That was incredible. There's still so much more to see. I think that's very special. There's a few real special cars up there, people. Here we go, 1950 GB Mazda, single cylinder, 700 cc's. Thump, 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 thump. Pressed steel, like flat sheet, shaped into handlebars, which fascinates me. Who's riding there? Wow. Now there's a couple special cars. Of course, we've got the renowned livery. This was in the conversation for the Carol. It was a very brief conversation. What is that? What's going on, Mazda? Burrito. No, BBR Turbo, which I'd like to know what that sort of refers to. That looks very, very striking. That one I'm keen to see, like you wouldn't believe, people. 1995. This is called a Sun Racer. And what the heck is going on here? Ice Race 2011. Sounds cool. Oof. I do like the NC. I would have an NC. Definitely. Now this one is of interest to me because this is the sort of thing I'd only anticipate I could see at Hiroshima's own museum. And yet here it is in Germany. Super light version. Anyway, people, I am just too damn excited. 2010 Goodwood 95th of Speed, and this is the 30th anniversary edition. MX-5 in orange, and there were I did do a bit of googling about it, but I just recall exactly 0 at the second. Oh, a Roadster, but it's a coupe. Yeah, and this is a red one. Nothing but the finest of informations. It's a Roadster, it's a coupe. Absolutely love it. That is fantastic. I've got to catch my breath. But anyway, let's check out the Parkway. A freaking vehicle long talked about, long mentioned on the channel from people leaving comments. And here it is, Parkway 26 RE13. And I just want to say all my favorite things, which is powered by the same engine in the Mazda Roadpacer or FD3S, and then some other cool cars with the same engine. And also got a shout out to Jay Duca down in South Australia, who I believe has one of these. I mean, I say believe, and yet I have seen pictures of it on the internet with my own eyes. And that's RE, that's public, that's something, that's car. My kanji is not so good, and people want me to translate stuff. Don't do it. RE13, again, they look a bit, reproduced, but hey, I get it. What does that say over there? Rotary, powered, okay. Anyway, let's just step back a bit more, get a view of it. There it is, people, I can tick it off. I've finally seen one. People, I almost touched it. Almost touched it, people. I am so keen for that. Anyway, JC Cosmo. I was sort of not excited about this particular styling of this car until I just sort of started seeing a few in a row, and there was more variety. For example, a few more two-tones. And then they got me really excited, and I don't even care about the engine. I'm happy enough with the two-rotor 13B, which is also found in Mazda's own Roadpacer. But what I think I like about it the most is the rear styling, the tail lights. Look at that. The interior is wild as well. Oh, I feel like Indiana Jones. And be careful you don't break it. Does that flip? Was it like a flippy thing? Answer is no. I'm gonna have to fix that. Damn it. There's a word. There is totally a word, which we're never gonna know. Okay. L10A Cosmo. I have seen a bunch of them. I think I saw a rusty one. I do. Anyway, this one does have round side markers. I'll just say that. And I think in foreign models, as in export models, there was a different word here. It could have said 110S. But anyway, 1968. Very, very cool. Yeah. And then this one here, 1971 Mazda R100. There was hundreds, so many of them in Australia. And then, you know, Simmons happened. Hey, sure, whatever. And here's my hot take. How about Simmons themselves? Simmons Wheels Australia, if that's the company name. How about you yourselves start designing, producing, selling small radius wheels for your Mazdas? Just for something different. Okay, you heard it here first, people. The shade of blue, like never do you see a blue one like these. That's incredible. Rotary coupe. And now the good old Capella is what I'd call it. RX2, aka, sure, this one's an RX2. There's a two-door, or a couple of two-doors going around in Kyushu, though they are a very, very rare machine. 1971. Oh, I did see a sedan very early in WasabiCars days. Wow, this video, this place really actually ties me back so much into the early days of WasabiCars channel, 2012, for many reasons. But that's a classic color for an RX2, isn't it? Very, very nice. And that bumper is incredible. Now the RX4, I'll call it, but also it's a Luce in Japan, is a good look. I love the two doors, very, very rare. Automatic. Brown interior, love the steering wheel. Don't see too many of those, but they look so damn cool. Wow, that is so cool. Like super distinctive tail lights. Really just incredible. Oh, they do have a Luce rotary coupe. We've got a SA22, see? Early RX7, 1979. Let me just check the tail lights. RX9? Okay, this is legitimately blowing my mind. It's a Mazda Luce, right? 5-speed manual transmission, left-hand drive, RX9? Okay, there you go. Learning is what it's all about, people. Quite a long overhang on the front. And then this one, Cosmo AP RX5 update, 60th anniversary by the looks of it, and it's got this update rear, which is just intriguing. Okay, and I think my guess was right earlier with the B1600 with the body, and there's two of them. Looking fantastic in like a little tow truck configuration with a rotary engine. And people are complaining about the Roadpacer with its 13B, tiny engine with no torque, and this one's a tow truck, it's hauling. So you know what's happening, people. Anyway, very, very cool. So legit, are these US only? I believe so. The door is ajar. That tells me I have permission to look inside, but there you go. It's got the RX4 steering wheel. Absolutely love that, as does that one. So there you go, people. Totally a thing. We're getting closer and closer. I love those wheels. Those NK 5-spokes look incredible. I don't have much to sort of say by way of commentary, but I see there's quite a bit of bodywork happening over there. And as I said, love those wheels. And this one here, Katayama, is this really Terada? Is this really their car? That'd be cool. Is there any information? Okay, people. The time has come. The Mazda Roadpacer, 1975 Mazda Roadpacer. This is the HJ version, which of course is meaningless if you want to say it's a Mazda, but it's got the HJ grille. My buddy Dave Carey did a massive write-up. There could be a link in the YouTube video description below, and while you're there, click the subscribe button. Why not? And this is a car that the Roadpacer, generally speaking, is a car I've luckily seen a few of. And even early WasabiCars days. I saw a black one, which since got sold. Oh, and then I saw another white one. The white one got relocated. I know where it is. I'm gonna speak to the guy. Let me just get back to you on that one. And then I saw a blue one in the Kumamoto, which got put up on Yahoo auction and sold a long time ago. It was like freaking 100,000 yen. But it was crap, people. Badges were gone, but it was still cool. It was a Roadpacer, yeah, sure. So yeah, there you go. Let's just go back to the front. Roadpacer, so it maintains a few badges. That's good to see. Certainly the hubcaps are reminiscent of Holden, and presumably I've got a set of 4. I have 4 anyway. But certainly, even the body, there totally is differences to the Holden. They're not a straight swap. I think the way that the transmission tunnel, and there's the things, and there's a whole bunch of things, people. Wow, this video, this place really actually ties me back so much into the early days of the WasabiCars channel, 2012. Yes, guys, here we are in Kurume City in Kyushu in Japan, and you are looking at a Mazda. It looks like a HJ Premier, but it's a Mazda Roadpacer. And I guess almost 1,000 of these Roadpacers were sold in Japan in the mid-late 70s. And there's not many left, but here's one in beautiful condition. And as I said, it's just got looks very much like a HJ Holden. Of course, it's got all the Mazda badges on it and a rotary engine, of all things. Very, very cool. There is no battery left on my phone, and I got to travel a few hundred kilometers and find my way back. And I'm no sprechen to Deutsch, people. So love yous all. This place is incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, but everyone, I'll be back. I'll be back, people. Take it easy. Love yous all. Goodbye. Thank you so much.